of a sparkle session. I think it was probably a year ago now, and you are in that. And I don't know if you know. I think you noticed something, but I don't know if you remember what you noticed, because I do believe I have a video of you somewhere saying what you noticed.
Yeah, I was wondering if you wanted to use that clip. If I said anything, you can use it in
Yeah, but
your.
the thing with it is, I just wanted to make a point. So everybody has something that resonates. And for me, although I do sparkle work, I also use tools, techniques, proven techniques myself, because sometimes you need to do something, other things cognitively, because you can stay in the energetic space, but sometimes you still need to do something for the mind, because your mind can't go la la all the time, right?
No,
So the
I'm not
PQ,
at all.
the PQ is great. I like access consciousness too, for what they do. They have other techniques, there's other ones. There's SRT, there's a whole bunch of different ones. But the thing is, to find the one that you gravitate to and then go deep is is really the way, in my mind, to explore things, because that way you optimize your results. And it sounds like you're doing that with PQ, and that you can help people now, which is even great, because the world is a big place, and we need people like you, people like me, who help other people to find the way, get to that awareness where they realize they don't have to live their life the way they've been living it. Do you hear what I
That's
said?
right. And
You don't
what
have to live your life.
I,
I want to say it for the viewers, you don't have to live your life having this deluge of thoughts that are just driving you crazy. You're trying to shut it off, but you're trying to find the switch and you're not sure how to find the switch. The reason I know that is I used to be that way until I went on my spiritual journey. And it's like can't sleep, and it's not. It's just these thoughts, and you're trying to, and if you're lucky and you have a, like when I was going through that, I had my mom, so I'd call her up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Mom, I can't sleep. Are you up? Are you up? Knock knock. And she was a night owl like I was, so she wasn't asleep a lot of times. But the thing is, you can't. We don't always have someone like that, and I don't have her anymore to do that with. So at some point, you find some way to get through that. And for me, Sparkle allows you to do that, because it does what you say you can't do. It allows you to turn down the volume and totally get rid of it. But then again, there's certain people who will not listen to that. There's science to it as well, because there is a
oh
quantum
yeah,
space. The quantum space,
let's
this is
go
a
ahead.
fascinating.
I want to tell you about my. I want to tell you about my enjoyment of quantum physics, but I want to hear yours first.
Well, the thing about quantum is the most fascinating experiment, and I understood from someone that they don't teach it in the US. I don't know how true that is, but it's a double slit experiment. And it's where you shoot an electron through the double slits, and if the scientists are observing this electron going through, when it hits a photographic plate at the back of the wall, it hits as a particle. So it's physical particle. The minute they run the experiment again, and they're not looking at this thing, the electron, it hits the wall, the photographic plate, as a wave. So what that is actually showing you, and in other healing modalities I've paid a lot of money to learn, right? Because Spark is my own. I was told I have this gift because people were getting an experience. It wasn't what I had learned. The doubles, this space is when you take your attention off and you release and you let go, then you can grab this new reality that is, could be broken hand to not broken hand. It could be stage 4 cancer to not stage 4 cancer. It could be a dislocated shoulder to a not dislocated shoulder, which is what Catherine had, actually, because we did it on the phone. 27 years of, and she told the story on this one of the episodes, 27 years of the shoulder being falling out, dislocating, and thinking it was going to be falling out more. And I worked on her over the phone, and in an hour she was going like this. A year late, 2 years later, she is going, this shoulder has never been stronger. Now I need help on the other shoulder. Because in that split second, somehow we were able to zero in on that wave and catch a wave of this shoulder. So quantum physics, the positivity aspect, the ability to let go and not hold on so tight to a reality that is here now, so that that wiggle room, as I call it, can't come in. That is where the challenge is, and where the joy is to just be open enough to say, hey, look, there's a source, there's a God, there's a supreme being, there's a consciousness, and then just allowing, because it's not me, it's someone up there, because I don't know what the heck is going to happen. But you, if you're the one I'm working on, you're the one who invited it, who allowed it, and you embraced it, and it came to you because you were able to take your mind off of this solid particle of whatever that was and allow that wiggle, and then you got it. But the minute you start to doubt or think that nothing happened, well, you go back into that body and you can pull it back to you and be right where you were before. Because that happens to a lot of people too. They start to doubt that they are worthy of anything, and then they get saddled again with whatever it was they thought they got rid of because they doubted.
So part of the healing process is actually to
gratitude.
Stop the thought that,
Yeah.
to stop the thoughts that stop the healing.
Well, it's not even that. It's to allow, to be grateful, to be open to receiving, and know that you're worthy enough to receive, and not doubt that you're feeling something, because that's what a lot of people will do, is they will doubt, or maybe they have a reason why they don't want to be well that they don't even realize they have. Maybe they get more extra special attention or care. And when they feel good, they don't get it anymore. So they somehow subconsciously, even sometimes, they will grab it back to them. So this is my analysis over the years I've been, doing this work.
So that's great. I totally, I tune into that. So I'm amused about the experiment, because it's about, it connects into what I was going to tell you, which I'm going to tell you now. Which is, I'm really fond of this thing called nanoparticles.
Oh yeah.
So when I read about nanoparticles, I just went, wow, that is so extraordinary. There are billions of them flooding through all matter at all times, every millisecond, and they're measurable, and they've got a speed. I don't know what the speed is, but that they've actually recently been able, just in the last, I think, 10 days recently, scientists, in fact, I know what it was. The Nobel Prize was awarded to 3 people who measured the speed of electrons. They're so fast that it took a strobe light of an extremely fast nature, and they've got the numbers in the Nobel Prize story, the numbers of the milliseconds or nanoseconds or whatever it is. It's like mind-bogglingly fast strobe light to capture the even faster electron moving. That's how fast it is. But here's the exciting thing, is that the truth is, the real physical particle level truth is that we, you and I, right now, and all the listeners, whether they're here or not, are all connected through nanoparticles at all times.
Yeah, we're connected at all time. I exist at the same time. Yeah, and everything is vibration and frequency.
And what matters is how we shape those nanoparticles, because our thoughts are things. Our thoughts create things. They create emotions. They create the results. Everything that we're looking at is a result of thoughts. Every single thing that
the thoughts are where the creativity starts, but the energy is where the real creation starts.
The energy is before the thoughts.
Yeah, and the energy, but the thoughts can affect the type of result or the effect you have to create.
They don't. It's not that thoughts can. Thoughts do.
They do, but
effect.
what if you
It
don't
shapes.
manage the thoughts can
That's
create
right.
what you don't want, which is the point I'm trying to make. Whereas if you can manage and be,
Which is what
if you
I'm
use
saying.
positive
Yeah.
PQ to get to manage your thoughts so they're good, then you can create beautiful things and synchronicities and serendipitous events, right? So
That we're talking, yeah, we're talking two different kinds of language forms, but the same
same
essential
thing,
thing, which
yeah, the
is,
same
yeah,
same same path but different syntax, right? Different
that's
words to
that's
describe
right.
the same thing. So it's
And it's
fascinating. It's
important to, it's important for the viewers who might not be, hanging out in nanoparticles, for example, or electron speed. But we really need to honor and take responsibility for our impact on each other, on our global world, and on each other, and know
yes,
that we think, and how, and
affects,
the, like, we think negative thoughts and angry thoughts ourselves, self-criticizing, and then in PQ we work on our attitudes towards ourselves, others, and circumstances. So we shift our
right,
judgments of self, judgments of others, and judgments of circumstances. We work on these three areas like all the time, round and round. And the truth is, it's really helped me to lower, number one, my judgments on myself. Number two, my judgments on others. And number three, my judgments on my circumstances.
yeah,
And the sage, that we call it the sage perspective, it's very valuable. It's worth it. It's worth gold in terms of impact. The sage perspective is that by choice, every single challenge and obstacle can be converted into a gift and opportunity. And it isn't like a magic wand. You have to, look for the gift, you have to choose the opportunity, but you can really actually say, this big, gigantic, impossible to handle challenge I'm in at the moment is actually a great way for me to grow in my stage powers, in my ability to love
right,
others, in
yes,
my ability to be creative with solving problems. And it's actually, been what saved my ass, so to speak, because I really did have a humongous, unbelievable challenge that just fried me. However, at the very same time that this started, I decided, same month, September of last year, I said, you know what? I'm going to become a PQ coach because I'd already been in it for 6 months in PQ. And I said, I'm going to become a PQ coach, and I'm going to do this while this humongous, nasty, bad thing is happening. And I'm going to see what happens. And what happened, and it's still, I'm still solving some of the edges of the problem, but basically what happened was I turned the whole thing into a gift, an opportunity, and growth for me to become a stronger, internally sage person, and more compassionate for myself and others. And
yeah,
it's been like the greatest lesson. So that's why I can teach it, because I've lived it. But yeah, so the thing is, we are needing to honor our responsibility. We do impact each other,
right.
we impact everything. And it matters how we live, how we choose our thoughts, choose our emotions, choose our words, choose what we want to focus on to make life better. Because we can make life better for ourselves and others.
Well, the important point I want to say here is that thoughts have energy and thoughts have frequency and thoughts can harm.
Absolutely.
So everything has an energy.
Negative
And
words like HATE, I don't want to say it, but
yeah,
even
but
negative words.
even the thing is, even thoughts, and depending on how it's sent, it can actually hurt
Yeah,
because there's an energy to it and a vibration that is damaging. And
absolutely. And it's
and a lot of
damaging.
people use it on themselves without knowing it, and they do damage to themselves because they don't
That's right.
realize the how they're speaking to themselves. So in my program, I share with people how to be CEO of themselves, meaning how do you get to that awareness, how do you then tap into your spark, and how do you very simply connect to what the basics are and get to the root of it very fast, so that you can show up without being reactive at any time. Right? So the reason too is because I know I do that. I react to very few things anymore. I mean, family sometimes does it because family has a genetic code, and it's in there.
Family. Yeah, I know.
But there is my and I don't know if I told you my story, but there is something that came to me that didn't actually hit me until a year later after the incident. But I had an accident in Amsterdam on a bicycle. And when it happened, I said, the guy behind the counter was going, "How are you doing that?" I would be bawling my eyes out. And I said to him, "Why? What good is that going to do to me?" And I had no thoughts going on. I wasn't panicking. My heart wasn't racing. I was just calm, collected. And I was fine. And the situation was I had got 5 teeth knocked out, 2 teeth knocked
Wow.
up, falling off of hitting a steel pole on a bicycle. And I fell down, I got up, I was fine. Not only that, the only thing I thought about the only thing I said was not good. That's all. And after I fell, nothing. It wasn't even no insurance, no this, no that. How we're in a strange country, don't speak the language, blah blah blah. None of that. All I thought was, oh, so this is how it feels like to want 2 front teeth for Christmas. Except I need 4 because I had seen 4 teeth on the floor. So
I'm
so
sorry.
so the thing of what I'm saying here is most people would just go deep dive, panic, everything's going through, and everything would be flight, fight, everything, right? This
Right.
shock. I wasn't in any of that. How did I do it? Because I have a way to do it cognitively. It's something I have worked on for many, many years. And I said to the when I said that to the shop owner, the restaurant owner, I reached into my wallet, waist bag, and I said to the person, this might be trying to get through. I said to the person, it's in my book. If you want to know how I'm doing it, it's in my book. Just like that. And I didn't think about it. But a year later, I thought to myself, that is right. How did I do it? Because I didn't realize I could have been killed until at least a year later. Because I just took it in stride. Right? So
That's being
this is a
very resilient.
what's that?
Resilient. You had high level resilience because of your background and the discipline
Well,
that you've cultivated for a long time. Your spark.
it's not just resilience, it's working on yourself to clear a lot of things so that you don't have the gremlins and the monkey chatter going on,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
It's
the
where
panic, the
you're not in a
fear.
react mode because you control who you are, what you think. You are in control of yourself, right? So I
Self
think
command. That's what I was talking about. Self command. Do you want to catch that phone call?
no, it's just I think Eric is maybe somebody's trying to get on the call and he might not have the link. So, but the thing with it is it's being able to see if I can get the link for him. It's being able to get to that point where you are so aware of what you need to be doing, right? That you catch yourself when you are reacting and you look at things a different way. And with your method, you have a way to do it, which is that connection, the 10-second connection.
The PQ reps. That's right.
Right. So you
I
have a
should
way
tell
to do
people
it.
about. Do you want to take a little break and I'll talk about my where people can reach me if you want to try to reach Eric.
Yeah, well, what we'll do is we'll put it in the link on the website, right? And then that way they will. Oh, I think he's in here now. Yeah, so the way is you get in through I'll put the link once you send it to me. I'll put it in under the guest information, and then everybody will have it. So you don't have to be worrying about that. We'll just put it there, and that will save their time.
That's fine.
As
That
well as
sounds
your
great.
offer, right? So, because I know you have coaching offers, so I'd really love for you to put that there as well, so they can see how to contact you if this is something they're drawn to.
Would you be available for me to explain a little bit about what I think is a good format that I could, what I'm basically going to offer?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Okay. So the basic foundation, there are two pieces of the positive intelligence
What I'm thinking though
training.
is we'll do that because I have to be respectful of time. So it usually takes an hour and we're a little bit over. So I want to get the other parts of the program done because this was a
Oh, you have
really,
more.
yeah, I'll do a little sparkle session, and then if you're open to it.
Oh yeah, you want to sparkle on me or with
Yeah,
me?
sparkle and whoever came on the
Uh,
call too. And the thing with it
But
is,
I do really want to, if you don't mind, I would really like to just take like 2 minutes to explain a couple of things on the PQ before I lose track of it.
sure, go ahead.
Okay. So the PQ Basic Foundation course is 7 weeks long. There's a week 0 that is to introduce you, then 7 weeks of 7 modules, and then there are 2 weeks of Grow. Grow is the great program that's after a person has completed the foundation course. You cannot even buy into Grow without having gone through the 7 week course. So what I do is a 10-week package, starting with week 0 through the 7 weeks plus the 2 weeks. It comes out to 10 weeks. We do group coaching throughout the 10 weeks. That's called a pod. And we do group coaching in a pod. And then I also offer coaching one-on-one to help people optimize their learning process. The process of doing the 7 week course is boot camp. It is intense. It takes a lot of daily work, and everything you put into it, you get huge benefits from it. So, and the retail price is on the positiveintelligence.com site. You can go look it up. And the other thing I want your viewers to know is you can take the free PQ assessment and find out what your brain is doing on your behalf. 3 times over the course of 2 weeks is ideal. And then you can take the saboteur assessment, find out what kind of fears you have that are driving you the most crazy. And that's also free. And both of those assessments are on the website called positiveintelligence.com.
Okay, and then
Okay, that's what I want.
we'll put the link on the website as well in case people didn't have a pen or didn't catch that. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, so that's great. Question though, do you remember anything from that sparkle session years ago when you did that?
I'm not exactly. I have you might say, a somatic memory. Something. I feel like my sense of it was positive. I kind of remember wearing red, maybe. I'm not sure, but I'm tuned into energy healing and energy issues, and so I'm receptive.
Right. Yeah. I know that there's a lot of people on the call who had different experiences because everybody gets a different experience when they depending on what they need when there's a sparkle session, right? So so if we can take a few minutes here and I'll just do a quick sparkle session. Uh, who is on the call right now? Do you want to unmute? And I want to ask so you can think about this while I'm asking Arden, which is there an intention you have that you'd like to put up there for the sparkle? And whoever's on the phone, if you want to unmute, you can put out whatever you have as an intention that you'd like to put up for the sparkle session we're going to do right now. Yes, no, maybe so. Hello?
Did you want me to write something or just hold it in my mind?
You can mention it, or you can put it in the chat if you want to share it, or if you don't want to share it, you can just hold it close to to your, keep it to yourself if you want. But you can share it too, because then other people on the call listening, if they have that same intention, they'll know, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. I I could vocalize what's in my heart of hearts whenever you're ready.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
Okay. I am working to have more coaching clients, and what I want is 7 more people to go through my foundation course so I can finish my certification. I'm very close to getting certification, even though I'm an authorized PQ coach,
Hmm.
authorized by Positive Intelligence.
Right.
I want to get to the next level, and I have to complete a couple of things. And one of them is I need 7 people to go through my course so I can get that part of my certification done. So that's in my heart of hearts somehow, somewhere, not necessarily here on this call or the ripple effects, but it is, very important to me to complete my education with Positive Intelligence that
Very
I'm in
cool.
every
Okay,
month.
sure.
I pay for it every month and I'm involved, let me tell you. So
So
want to get to the next stage.
so
Yeah.
then what I would say to you then is there a bigger intention. That's why that is above the PQ certification level, that is in the, is a reason why you want the, what's beyond the why? What is the other part of the why to that?
Well, what I'm finding out is that I am in service to life and I am in service to others. It's a different switch. It's like I've been very preoccupied with my own development for many years, and I have begun to decide that it's time to send what I know out. That's
Beautiful.
being in service.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm also an artist, and I love beauty, and I want very much to tell my sister Nancy's story. She's my artist sister who died in 2008. Tell her story, publish her artwork. That's a really big issue that I'm trying to dovetail into my PQ coaching. That's why I want to work with creatives, because
Mm-hmm.
it's related to her story somehow. I'm not sure how exactly, but
Beautiful.
in
So
any
who?
case, that's part of the bigger why,
Okay,
the
wonderful.
creativity and beauty.
Okay, great.
My
The
four,
beauty.
my 4 values in life are beauty, peace, love, and joy. Those are my 4 values.
Beautiful.
Top value. Yeah, beauty, peace, love, and joy. So when you
Okay.
ask about a bigger why,
Yeah,
that's
those
part of
are
the bigger
them.
why.
Okay, so whoever is on the call who unmuted, would you like to share yours? Hello?
Yeah, yeah. Basically, more clarity with vision,
More clarity
right?
and
Basically just clarity.
oh,
It's
clarity. Okay. All right, good.
nearsightedness. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. All right. So let's
I
connect.
think I heard you say vision, clarity and vision.
Okay. Was
Is
that
that correct?
Yes.
okay, great. Thanks, Eric. Okay, so let's connect. So if you want to just relax and get comfortable in your seat, maybe wiggle a little bit because we've been sitting a while, and then just connect to source. So allow this beautiful healing energy to come from the heavens through to your crown chakra. Allow that energy, this heavenly cosmic energy, to enter your being and go to wherever it needs to go within your body. And thinking about your beautiful intention of helping others, helping yourself, inviting people to connect with you so you can share your gift of PQ with them so you can help more people, and for vision and clarity, able to see your way and manage all the moving parts that are part of where you want to go. Let's invite all of those things to come into play and allow whatever it is that doesn't serve you, that's getting in the way of those, to leave right now. Through the window, through the door, or through the cord at the bottom of the feet to your very own very special crystal, healing crystal at the center of the earth. And as you think of that crystal, just see Mother Earth energy informing and adding wisdom to that energy, as well as cleansing anything that's not serving your highest good, as well as energizing and adding knowledge and wisdom. And as that energy is cleansed, allow it to come back up through the cord at the bottom of your feet, back up to join this beautiful cosmic energy that's already circulating all through your body. Breathe in all the goodness, all the love, all the blessings, all the nourishment, the energy, the feeling of knowing yourself, of being worthy. And then as you breathe out, release anything, everything that's not serving you, negative emotions, beliefs, feelings, regrets, sorrows, judgment, fears, doubts, shame, blame, anger, hate, frustration, stress. Just allow any of those things to leave right now through the window, through the door. As you breathe out all those things that are causing you to not being centered, not being grounded. And then as you breathe in again, breathe in all the goodness. Open up your heart to receive and just welcome all the blessings, knowing you are deserving, knowing you are worthy, knowing that you are love, knowing that you are beautiful inside and out. And just see everything coming in. Allow everything to go into its rightful place and order. And just feel yourself feeling lighter, brighter, happier. And just allow yourself to breathe in all the energy. Be revitalized, nourished by this beautiful healing energy that's now moving throughout your body, throughout your being. And just allow yourself to just be the beautiful person that you are. Forgive others, but most importantly, forgive yourself. Keep the memory, because the memory is good. Allow the emotion, all the baggage, the feelings that cloud that memory with not too happy things. Just allow that emotion and that feeling to leave right now. Just breathe in deeply all the goodness, all the love, all the blessings, connecting to source, aligning to grounding Mother Earth energy, allowing yourself to just be and just appreciate you being you and you knowing that you are beautiful inside and out. And welcome all blessings. Okay, what are you noticing now? Any thoughts, ahas, feelings, sensations?
Boing. Well, I feel cleansed, like like uh, toxic ideas, energies, thought forms, lingering emotions washed out through a process of filling my body with an orange colored liquid and then letting that absorb all the negativity and then drain out through my hands and feet. So I felt, like drained out of the negative residues,
Mm-hmm.
and then filled with light, through my heart and my crown chakra, but also with diamonds. There was a point where, right towards the end, where I was totally filled with diamonds, not just my heart, not my crown, my pineal gland area, but head to foot. And I went, all right, let's sparkle. Like, whoa, that's great. Every part of me, my fingertips filled with diamonds and eyelashes filled with diamonds, like that.
That'd be pretty heavy.
Yeah, I know, but it's all cosmic, so light, like diamonds, right? But anyway, that's where I came from when you said any feelings. That's where I was at.
Oh, nice. So I should have been quieter for a little longer then. So you could just
All
be
good.
there with the diamonds for a little longer. So what
I've never had that visual.
No?
Yeah, I've never had that. I've never had that. I mean, I've always been able to see a diamond in my crown chakra, my pineal gland, or my heart, and so forth. But I've never actually imagined or imagined felt, because it was a felt sense as well as an imagined sense. This sense of really filled with diamonds and sparkling and crystal clear, and like real beauty. That's a first.
So
I'm
that's
very well, how do I feel? Uplifted.
that's what you call
Yeah,
sparkle.
sparkling.
Yeah, because
Yeah, way sparkling.
so you feel that?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's where the word sparkle came from. Because one of the first people, one of the first people who I met at a conference, and I had these sessions going on in my hotel room, and she would say, I can't describe the feeling. I said, how do you mean? Like, can you describe? No. So the second time she told me the same thing, I said, okay, all right, I kind of have a sense of what it's. So I said, so is it like bubbly, like champagne, like bubbly champagne? Is it, or maybe it's like sparkling wine? And she said, sparkle, that's it. And she said to me, you sparkled me. I feel sparkly. That's what it is. And then when she said that, it resonated with me, and I said, yeah, that seems to be what I was sensing, right? Because I have a sense, right? So then the next bunch of clients I had, I would say, okay, you can't describe it, because they all said it, can't describe it, right? They can't describe the feelings. So I'd say, okay, so tell me something. How about sparkly? That's it. Yeah, I do. I feel sparkly. You sparkle me. I feel so light. Do you feel light right now?
Yeah, well, I feel lighter. I still feel
Lighter.
my bones. I'm tuned into my bones. I love my bones, and my bones have weight.
Mhm.
So I'm feeling the weight of my sits bones on the cushion. And so, in the sense that I have weight, it's a good word is gravitas.
Mm.
Gravitas.
Mhm.
It means being weighted in a healthy way, grounded.
Okay.
Not just effort, because I know effervescence. I feel effervescent at different times and
Right.
sparkly.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, when you think of, imagine like handheld sparklers.
Yes. I love those.
You get all these things
Yeah.
popping off of them.
Right.
They're hard. You can't really say, well, I feel it, because if you put your finger in the sparkle, it hurts.
Right.
Have you ever
right.
done that? Put your fingers in the actual
yeah.
sparkler
Right.
coming off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like fire. It hurts.
Yeah.
But that's not what I'm feeling. So it's definitely an internal state of lightness, more spaciousness. That's a good one.
Yes.
More like sense of room.
Mhm.
Because, when you ask about the feeling, I think it's really good what you're bringing up, the sparkle, because it's true. And there's this sense of room, space, that is hard to say. I feel space.
Mhm.
How do you feel space? Now, maybe I feel spacious
Mhm.
inside, a little more roomy, a little less compressed,
Mhm. Why?
like in my joint,
So
or my.
I want you to think about the thing you said you were working on so much, and it was this and that and not hard. I want you to think about how you're thinking about when you're feeling, telling me just now before we did the sparkle, I want you to think about what you're thinking about just in terms of what you're working through when you started the PQ journey. And I want you to think about that same thing now and see what you feel about that. What's a feeling you have about that same subject matter? Is it different? And how different is it?
It's less daunting. Specifically, I've got to clear out this rather large garage space of my things, and with big heavy desks. They're
Right.
big, heavy.
So now what I
So we're
want you
talking
to
about
notice is
well, wait a second. Just
Sure.
give me a second. So to answer your question, in this moment, in my mind's eye, and as I see that stuff I have to deal with, it doesn't feel as heavy. It feels actually more spacious, even though everything's the same, nothing's moved, everything's the same. I look at it in my mind's eye, and I see it as less burdensome, less heavy, less, daunting, easier. Yeah.
so the thing didn't change, but guess what? You changed. So if you
Right.
think about certain things that just before the sparkle session you were contemplating or mulling over, or it was, kind of gripping you, or you're a little concerned, after this call, after we end up, think about it again and see where you have shifted to. Because what I will tell you right now is, and we should have taken, maybe I can look at the video and take a picture of you before and a picture of you now, because I will not be surprised at all if your face changed.
I hope it changed, because being filled with diamonds is a good thing. I'm liking it. I'm liking
Hey, listen, if you got the diamonds, you don't need to finish a PQ certification. You can just do what the heck you want. Right? And just help people the way you want to help people, because you have the funds to do it without the PQ coaching. You can still do the PQ coaching, but who needs a certificate? You can just help people if you have the diamonds,
It's
right?
true. That's right.
You know,
Hey,
because
baby.
what is a certificate
Diamonds
anyway?
on the bottoms of my shoes. That song.
Well,
that
what is
Paul
a
Simon
certification anyway? It's just a proof that you can do what you can do, and you just told me you're good at it. So who are you trying to
I am.
prove that you can do anything with? You just have to go and do. And you have so much experience, such a love of helping people, such an energy that, and then the creative, adding that part in. I mean, that's just incredible package right there. And that
I
intuitive.
would love to help people. I would love to help people who are like, potentially like brilliant in their own expressions, but are so like not doing anything, stuck. I would just love to help them open that floodgate of their access to the divine creative force, and help them to just like flow into their
Nice.
creative space and make whatever things.
That's a beautiful vision. So whoever is listening to this in the future, reach out to Arden about it if you're resonating with Arden. And Eric, you want to come on? Because I want to find out what your aha is, if you'd like to share.
Well, my left eye was a bit gravelly, and now it's way smoother.
Oh, you mean it was like sand in there?
Yeah, kind of like that, but
Okay, because you just went to the. This is okay. Are you in driving or something?
Yeah, but my what do you call it? My server Safari won't allow me to get on.
The video. Okay,
if
I
get to
gotcha. Okay, yeah, but Eric actually does beautiful healing as well. So he does different modality called one cell energetics. So anything else to add, Eric?
No, I'm just enjoying the clarity and the feeling.
Okay, so clarity.
It
Can
doesn't
you
look
explain the clarity a little bit more?
well, basically, it was like I felt like sand, and there's no sand there no more. So it's like, you know what I mean? I don't have to contend with it no more.
So the eye, you can actually feel your eye better.
Yes.
Because I have to tell this story. There's this fella I used to work with, and one day he came in, and he's a 6-footer, and he says, "Man, oh," he says, "my eyes, it felt like sand was inside his eyes." So I went and I worked on him. This was about a decade ago, and I worked on him for 5 minutes, and he said, I pushed his chair back. I was about 4 feet from him. He says, "I can see through walls, just like Superman." And I looked at him and I said, "Huh, what?" He says, "I can see through walls now, like Superman." He says, "My eyes are just fine now." And I said, "Well, what was going on?" He says, "The canola fields, the yellow flowers that make canola oil, whenever that is in bloom here in Edmonton, that his eyes just for decades, his eyes would just explode, right? Every time it was canola season. And for the first time, his eyes were fine. And then that wasn't everything. The next day he came in, he says, not only did that happen, at night, his night vision got better, because at night, if he had to drive a long distance, his eyes would really bother him. He says he went driving and his eyes were fine. And years later, his eyes are still fine. So that's a part on eyes. Just because you mentioned sun, that's exactly the same feeling. It was from an allergy though. So the
Yeah,
question,
well, it felt like that.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Now the other question on clarity, because you had mentioned clarity, is what do you notice in your mind about how your thoughts seem to be now? Are they all over the place, or are they kind of?
No, well, I was more in reference to the clarity of my vision.
Okay, okay. But what about your? I thought you wanted clarity of mind, no? It was just vision you
No,
were
my vision.
mentioning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Because there's also that part of clarity that when I check in with my clients, they mention that their thoughts seem to be more organized, compartmentalized, where things were bothering them, they no longer were bothered or concerned. They were just in a different space because they just knew they could do what they had to do. They didn't have to worry about, oh my God, I have so many things. Everything just went into order where they just knew what they had to do.
Well, I think my thoughts were okay. It was just that gravelly kind of feeling. So when it's there, right? It's seeing, but you're it's not 100% clear.
Okay. And then when you can't see it affects how you think too, right? It's a two-edged sword
Well,
because
well, you're locked into that feeling,
yeah,
the
yeah,
experience, and
right.
you want it to go away.
Yeah, yeah. Totally. But that you got here when you did, so you could get sparkled and your eyes could get fixed, right? So that's great. Um, anyways, it's we're way over time now, so I'd really like to thank you, Arden, for coming on and short notice too, and just with so much to offer. Thank you so much. I had so much
You
fun.
know, Michelle, thank you for inviting me. And what I like is that we've had a conversation.
Oh yeah.
It's really been fun
Oh
talking
yeah.
quantum physics. And yeah, I mean, I love it that you're an artist and you've been painting and you saw funny little faces in your artwork, and I could show you one of mine with funny little faces in it.
Well, I have one here, but let me see. I get it off the wall. This is one of them.
Aha.
So
Is that a gel paint?
No, this is acrylic.
I see figures.
Yeah, and then the thing is, I don't know that the color is actually showing up properly on there, but the other part is with mine, you can turn them. And then when you turn them, people notice different things and they see different things.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? And then you just
Mhm.
find the way you like to hang it, and then you hang it that way for the day or the next week or the month or the year. Right? And there we go.
Will that be in your show in
This
November?
one I haven't decided because there's 3 of them in a frame like this, and I don't know if I'm attached to them.
They don't have to be for sale. You can put NFS on it, not for sale.
I know, but maybe somebody like I feel that every painting I paint is meant for somebody. There's somebody out there who needs it. And so I don't want to be holding on to it if it's for somebody, because the paintings, when I sell my paintings, people actually buy because they are compelled to buy them. They can feel something they need from the painting.
And what date is your show? Is it November 5th?
It's November
Did you say?
5th, November 5th, 1 till 4 p.m. Sorry, it's going to be 12 till 3 on Pacific time and 1 till 4 on Mountain time. Sunday, November 5th. And I will be I'll post a Zoom link on there, and because you're so enthusiastic, I'll make sure that I do at least a bit of Zoom on there. And I'll have a online website too to highlight some of the paintings. And I have my studio there too, so I have cards that are very, very useful. People feel the cards as well. And that will run October 31st to November 5th. If anybody is interested in a specific or in seeing paintings and picking something, and we can talk about, get a close up of it and see the sides and all that. If I have serious people who want to acquire my paintings, I'm willing to do that. And I also do commissioning work. So there's a
Do you have a link on your sparkle.com website? Your Sparkle show website? Do you have a link to your
no, I
artwork?
haven't yet. You're saying
Be a good place. Yeah, we're talking
Okay.
about it on your show. It'd be
Okay,
good
and
to
by
link
the
it
way,
into
this
your.
is just so you mentioned, this is my wearable art. So this piece here, my art is on the
Oh, look at that!
and it's about thigh length on me, but I'm short. So on a taller person like yourself, it would be kind of a really nice. But it's pretty cool. And so I have wearable.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I can put the link on that too as well, because it's nice to travel. They don't crush. It's made out of recycled pop bottles.
It looks very flowing.
It is very flowing, and
Mhm.
they're versatile. They're fun, and the material is really good. I checked out the material. It's really, really comfortable, and it's good for traveling, right? Because they don't wrinkle.
Love it.
And they say the fabric is designed for printing, meaning that if you have art, like you could be getting your art on these designs
Yeah.
too.
You could tell me in a text where I should go
Yeah, I'll send
research.
you the information and get you invited, because it's a beautiful way. And then the nice thing is when people wear my garments, you're sparkling,
I love it.
right? You're sparkling, you're sparkling everybody. So anyways, all the best for your 7 people. Let me know, because actually what I ask is that people who come on the show come on later again and share what they've noticed.
Yeah, let me give my email address. It's Sage, SAGE Mind, MIND coaching @gmail.com.
Right, and we'll put that under your guest page of the website as well, right? So we'll have that online as well.
You can take a picture off
yeah, and see the difference.
You can take a picture off the screen.
Yes, so before and after sparkle. For next episode, we will have, I believe we will have Minda Turner, and she does some amazing work.
Muscle testing, kinesiology?
Yeah, she does kinesiology, but I'm not sure if she has a different way of describing it, because she does have samples that she uses, and she does abundance testing and all sorts of different things like that. So she's an amazing lady as well. So she'll be on November 1st. That show.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
thank
so
you.
until we meet again, there's Sparkle Dance Movement on next for whoever's in that group. I think I'm late on it. So that's where we get
All right,
dancing.
What do you?
Okay, thanks a lot. Bye for now. And thanks for joining for the Sparkle Experience Show, the 5th episode. Thanks again, Arden. Do keep well.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.